Okay guys, I just thought I'd give you a wee look at this now. I'm going to have a wee look. Now, that looks squinty as hell, that bridge, but I'll talk to you in a second about that. It's coming on guys, it is coming on. It's a bit full out. No, it's okay, I thought it was a bit come out there. Yeah, I've still got the big pick guard to go on, but I'll do that once I'm finished. I've got this has been sanded again, it's rough as hell, and that was it's horrendous. I don't know what to do about that. It's actually it's I try to stain and then colour it by hand. Oh my goodness. Right, okay. And the colouring, it was like more like a yellow, and then it's just over a couple of days it's turned almost to a green, which is horrendous, which is not good at all. So I need to start having a wee think of what I've got that can change that colour before I start putting God, even like a light colour would be better, wouldn't it? Or maybe dig it out and put the sawdust in. You know, that might be the way to go again. It was just I didn't want to do that. Okay, that's probably the way to go. Even a white line would have been better than or a light wood line would be better. Yeah, cool, okay. Glad you agree. Right, bye guys. Well, before I go off on that sort of negative, I want to say, I mean, even with the wee bits and bobs that I'm looking at, as long as now, I mean, I'd be quite happy. See if I had a guitar that looked like that. I mean, okay, I'm going to have the heads on it, and it's going to be stained, and the wood will look better, and the finish will be better, and polished, and buffed, and all that. But so far, oh yeah, this. I was absolutely panicking when I noticed how squinty this was, and I couldn't figure it out, and I measured again from the 12th, and it was, I mean, I'm talking about, it was bang on, and then I measured from there to there and there to there, and it was different, and I was like, no, this was the problem I had with the whole thing about the neck and not wanting to, can you see there where it doesn't look like it's matching up? See here? I'll sort that out later, but yeah, I mean, it actually looks a bit crazier today, but yeah, I'll try and get that sweetened somehow. A bit of both, maybe take a bit off the top, maybe take a bit off here somehow. I'll just need to be very careful that I don't make an arse of that. Yeah. Okay, so I'll do a bit off of that, and yeah, that's probably the way to go. If I can do it very, very gently without making a total pig's ear of it. Okay, yeah, I've got a few things to do. I certainly have. Okay, saddle first. Bye, guys. Okay, now I've done the same basically with the bridge. It was, yeah, masked off, and then varnish, paint stripper put on, scraped off, dried, cleaned, or cleaned and dried, and then I don't know if you can see. Can you see they're just is it 1 or 2 mil drill bits that I drilled through the bottom of the saddle, you know, so that the holes wouldn't be seen, and that obviously that's when you get your mark, you know, so from your 12th fret to the centre of your saddle. Once it was in position, squared up with the sides, squared up with the 12th lengthwise, yeah, and then I just put a hole in just to check, happy, put another hole in. In fact, I wasn't happy with one, so I just bored another hole at the side and tried again. but it's under the saddle, so it's all good. Not a problem. So aye. So I'm hoping I'm going to leave this on. Probably. I don't even know if I'll leave it on all night. It's the weight of these. See the weight of these. I don't want to leave them on any longer than I really have to because they're so big and heavy. So I've balanced it. I know it's really strange, but I've put it in my my room at the moment, just so I can keep an eye on it. There's nothing happens, no dogs, no kids, no anybody. I know I could have done it in the shed, but you know, for this stage, I'll probably take it back into the shed very soon. I'm just going to give the shed a clear out, dust off, hoover, get all the dust down, and then I'll go in for the last. I'll take everything back out and finish off the last sort of getting it all ready for the strings. Yeah, it's all good. Very exciting. Very exciting. I don't know if you can see, but I've just compensated the bridge, which I know it was easy to file, but it's nerve wracking to go, am I going the right way? And I had to check pictures, I've done it loads of times, and I still wasn't sure, but it's the correct way. Second forward, first one back. Anyway, so that's a bridge, and it's all just about. I had it all strung up and just left it. It was buzzing, but when I say buzzing the right way, it was the string had to come the neck had to come forward, and I thought, well, let's just put it under tension, leave it overnight, and the buzzing was just about going, unless, I mean, you are really thrashing the guitar, and that's not my daughter's style anyway. She'll strum it and she'll pick it, but she'll not be battered in it. But, and even if she does, I don't think it will buzz, which is great, because I thought I was going to have to give the neck a wee twist, which I wasn't looking forward to be honest, but I thought, no, excuse me, I'll be able to handle it. But at the same time, it's always a wee bit nerve-wracking when you mess about with the neck. So I don't think I have to. So really now I'm at the stage where I'm taking everything off. I'm going to put coats of stain on the headstock. I'm going to try it in a wee bit of wood that I've got lying about, a bit of scrap rosewood. Yeah, and see how it looks. And if it looks okay, I'm going to put that over the headstock. That's that done. And I've decided to leave everything else sort of au naturel. I've got oil for the fretboard and things like that to clean it and freshen it. And I'm still not sure what to do about, hold on, I'll change this back round and show you, about the divots in the, about the divots. Can you see them? See them running up? They're there, look. See, like, see here, running up here, right up. And there's some there. Yeah, and I've got some further down as well. Now, this is so annoying. I mean, I know when the strings are on, you hardly notice anything like that, but it's not the point. And again, this is why I would suggest, if you've watched this video, then it's good. Because if you've only learned this one thing that I did wrong, then it's worth watching. I put this on, the binding, too late. I should have put it on, see when I was doing the inlay and all that. After I'd inlaid it, before I'd sanded it, I should have done, or even before I'd done the inlay, done the side binding, done the inlay, and then sanded it all together and took the sides down, which would have been I reckon that would have been the right way. Please, if anybody watches me and doesn't agree, just say so and tell me why. Because being the first guitar, this is a mistake I made, is taking this down, scraping it with a Stanley. I didn't even realise, I mean, it was so, I mean, I thought I was just taking like a very slight bit of the, what do you call it, the finished, the polished surface almost. I didn't think I was actually digging in. when I was touching it, and it is just so easy to do on your fretboard. It just sort of a few passes and it is, you've made a mess. So I would tell everybody out there that's the one thing. But all in all, see, I had it hanging on the wall just under tension, as I said, and I've got to be honest, I was looking at it and I was thinking, yeah, that's cool. That's okay. I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind the odd wee knock or the odd wee divot, the hand tool mark. At the moment, I'm looking at it as flaws, but my daughter, she's going to go, that was my dad that made that mark in years to come. Or my grandson in years to come will be like, that's my granddad done that and he made that mark. And that tool mark was his hands that done that. You know, so that's how I feel about things now as I've got older. And I'm hoping that that's how they'll feel. And I know my daughter, because she likes, yeah, she feels that, I think. Anyway, okay. Now I've got another. I'll need to make sure I've got my other two daughters and my son to do as well. Don't know how that's going to happen, but who knows? Let's wait and see. Okay guys, I'm just showing you, I'm starting to put on the coats of, and it's got some flaws. See there, you can see the bad marks. It's just, that's been a bit of a nightmare, but see there as well, up there. It's as if boards are separating. Yeah, don't know why that was, but I can only presume it's to do with moisture in the shed, between working in the shed, taking it in the house, wood drying out. That's the only thing I can think of. I ended up trying to fill it, and then the colour was crazy. Believe it or not, it's better, and it still looks crazy. Anyway, it's just going to be scars. That's all it is. I've got scars, as long as it sounds okay. And it'll still look fine, I think. At least it'll be all ready for her to use and enjoy. And not worry too much about giving it a dent. A couple in it already. My goodness, I picked it up. Before I'd glued the neck. It's that instinctive to pick a guitar up by the neck when you've been playing for years. And I just picked it up and the body just went absolute. I thought I'd trashed it completely, but it was just, I just put a really bad dent, luckily.